Hello, good morning. How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. Okay, that's good. So this morning, we will be having English for year one, English. So hope you're ready. Thank you. So our learning objectives for today is, first of all, we will be having listening. And then we will listen to a poem, listen for information. Listen to a poem and listen for information. So at the end of this topic, my expectations from you is that you will be able to listen to a poem and give me some specific information from the poem. So here are the things needed for today's lesson. We have Global English Learners Book, page 94. Global English Activity Book, page 76. A worksheet, which is travel puzzle, a pencil, and an eraser. So get everything ready for the lesson. Okay, so we have here a language focused. A polite request. May I have a ride? May I have a ride? So we're going to come across this word, or rather this sentence, in our poem. So I will encourage you always to use a polite request. Whenever you need something from your friend, from mommy, from daddy, like say for example, may I have the cup please? May I use the pencil? May I have, may I? So that's a very polite way of saying something. For example, you can also say, Miss Tambi, may I use the bathroom? That's a polite way. So I'll be expecting us to start using or making a polite request. Okay? So here we have a question. How do we travel around? How do we travel around? I know you will be having some answers for me. How do we travel around? Any idea on how we travel around? Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know you have lots of ideas on how we travel around. So here is a warm-up video for us, and it's all about traveling around the world. What are
Travel
the things we
means to
use to
go from
travel?
one
We
place
have
to
different
another.
means of
We travel to
transportation
go to
to
school
travel
or college.
around the world.
We
So when
travel
you
to
watch
go
this
to work.
video, you're going to get an
We
idea
travel
of
to
what
visit
our topic
friends
of today
and
is
family.
all about.
We travel to see new places. We travel to visit holy places. We can travel by vehicles like cycle, scooter, moped, boat, car, train, rickshaw, bus, aeroplane. We can travel by walking too. Walking is the best exercise. Walk short distances if you can. We need energy to walk or run. We have to eat, drink, and sleep properly to get energy. This energy is our fuel. Most of the vehicles are drawn by engines that run on oil, diesel, or steam. Oil, diesel, and petrol are fuels. Vehicles like scooter, car, bus, auto rickshaw, tempo, aeroplane, big boats need fuel. Cycles and carts do not need fuel. Sometimes we also travel on animals. To travel across a desert, we ride on a camel. To travel on mountains, we ride on a mule. To travel deep into forests, we ride on an elephant. We also see a few special vehicles like an ambulance, fire engine, and police van on the road. Have you ever seen an army tanker?
So here we have the different means of traveling. Different means of traveling. So as you can see here, we have a plane and a train. How many of you have been in a plane before? And how many of you have used the train before? Okay, I can see hands up. That's good. All of us, almost all of us have used the plane. And some of us have used the train too. Okay, so this is a means of traveling. We use the plane to travel from one country to another, from one city to another. We also use a train to travel from one country to another, from one city to another. So here we have a camel and a bus. A camel and a bus. Most of the time, some people use camels to travel from one country to another. And we also use the bus too to travel from one country to another, from one city to another city. So these are other means of transportation. These are some of the means we use to travel around the world. Here we have, you can see a car and a bike. We also use car and bikes for traveling around. We use cars and bikes for traveling around. Okay, so are we on page 94, which is unit 7? Let's go. It says, let's go. So it says, think about it. How do we travel around? How do we travel around? So that's the question. I remember I asked you this question. How do we travel around? Now it says, read and listen. Where are the people from the poem? Where are the people from the poem? You can tell me where the people are from the poem. Okay. Now I get it. The people from the poem are from the bus. Now, before we proceed, I want us to look at the picture. Tell me what you can see in the picture. Tell me what you can see on the picture. What can you see on the picture? Okay, I've seen lots of things there. So I want you to tell me what you can see on the picture. Okay, okay, that's good. So thank you so much. Now let's get to the poem. So the title of the poem is Bus Driver, Bus Driver. Now, let's read. Bus driver, bus driver. Bus driver, bus driver. May I have a ride? Yes, of course. Please come inside. Find a seat. Then sit down. Buckle up. We'll drive through the town. We'll drive through the town. I read again. Bus driver, bus driver. Bus driver, bus driver. May I have a ride? Yes, of course. Please come inside. Find a seat. Then sit down. Buckle up. We'll drive through the town. We'll drive through the town. Now, I want you to read also. I want you to read. Now, we have here the second activity, a school trip. How many of you have been to a school trip before? How many of you have been to a school trip before? Okay, I know lots of you have been to school trips before. Now, we have here a school trip. We have here a school trip. A teacher and some children are talking about their trip. Listen and point to the picture. Listen and point to the pictures. Now we're going to listen and point to the pictures. Now let's get to the next slide. Now here is the listening. Hello, my name is Mrs. Wheeler. I'm taking my class on a trip. We are traveling by bus. We're going to Funland. It's a theme park. Today is going to be fun. There are lots of fun things we can do. Boy, we can slide down a slide. Girl, we can climb up a tower. Boy, we can float down the river. Girl, we can drive a little car. Boy, we can fly in a plane. One more time. Listening. Hello, my name is Mrs. Wheeler. I'm taking my class on a trip. We are traveling by bus. We're going to Funland. It's a theme park. Today it's going to be fun. There are lots of fun things we can do. Boy, we can slide down a slide. Girl, we can climb up a tower. Boy, we can float down the river. Girl, we can drive a little car. Boy, we can fly in a plane. Thank you. Okay, so let's start with activity. Now we're starting activity. So let's get to our worksheet, our travel puzzle worksheet. Are we ready? Let's go. Now we have here, they say find the hidden vocabulary words and circle them. So these are vocabulary words that has to do with travel. We have walk, motorcycle, bike, bus, plane, train, car, boat. So the first one has been done for you. The first one has been done for you. And I'm going to do the second, which is motorcycle. So I'm going to do motorcycle. And I want you to do the rest. Thank you so much. Remember to write your date. Write your date and your name on your paper. Thank you. Okay, let's open to our learners activity book on page 76. Unit 7, let's go. Think about it. How do we travel around? Now it says read the learning goals and do the activities. Then circle your answer. I can talk about how I move. If it is yes, if you can talk about it, you circle yes. If you can't, sometimes. And if you haven't gotten the concept of the topic, you say not yet. Okay? Now, the first one is rides at Funland. The first activity here is rides at Funland. It says complete the sign for each ride. Use words from the word box. So we have words from the word box, which are fly, climb, float, drive, slide. Fly, climb, float, drive, slide. So now, let's look at the first one. Down the slide. Number 2, down the river. 3, a little car. 4, up the tower. 5, in a plane. Now I'm going to do the first one, which is slide down the slide. Slide down the slide. Slide down the slide. So I want you to do the rest of the activity. Thank you so much. Remember your date. Remember your date. Okay, guys, thank you so much. We've come to the end of this lesson. Thank you so much.